been restored. Yes! My little light's blinking wreck, so I think I'm going to need a couple batteries in a moment. Thank you very much. Power's been restored. That's all we really need to know about. I'll see you next Sunday. Oh, I wish. No. So welcome again. My topic today is mind your manners. Mind your manners. Because if we're in this thing called life together and want to have a pleasant time, we have to be courteous and practice what is known as spiritual courtesy. Do you agree?
Yes. Yes.
So today we're going to explore the deeper meaning of 6 ideas of spiritual manners. So you should have gotten a small card with them listed. And you need a pen as well, because you're going to do some writing on the back of it. So if you don't have a pen, Holly has some back there. So I didn't make this up. This is from Reverend Michael Beckwith's book from 2008. He wrote this. So it's an old classic called Spiritual Liberation. And this is from this book. And I've talked about this before. I just did a workshop at a Silomar on this specific topic. And I shared my PowerPoint. You know how people have fancy PowerPoints? Well, this is my PowerPoint. I'm old school, so what can I say? But you have it also in front of you, so you'll know kind of what's going on. So these manners or ideas are spiritual postures, I call them, that reflect our relationship with each other and with the divine, with the God of your understanding. So we're going to unpack each one of them today. And before I start, I want to read, I went back to one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Dr. Seuss, and AI. And I asked AI what would Dr. Seuss say about, and I wrote out the spiritual manners. And this is what Dr. Seuss and AI said. Have you heard of good manners like please and thank you? They're lovely indeed, but there's more we can do. For deeper than kindness or holding a door are soulful postures that open life's core. Come gather, dear seeker, come walk through this gate to this talk where manners don't just make you great. They shape how you live, how you love, how you be, how you mirror the light for the world to see. So come to this talk. Don't wait, don't delay. Your soul's best manners are yearning to play. With these 6 postures, your spirit will grow and the world will be brighter, just so you know. Now, they also have one for each of the manners. So the first one, before I go to the first one, do you remember, or had you ever heard of Emily Post?
Yeah.
She was an expert on etiquette, right? And she offers this. Manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what fork you use. Now, some of the younger ones here might not understand it, but we had 2 forks.
Oh, yeah.
The salad fork and the dinner fork. At least I did in my family. And I would always get reprimanded of, don't use your salad fork. Now, my husband only uses a salad fork, so I don't set the table anymore that way. So you might think manners are artificial or an invasion of your freedom or just simply passé. But in truth, they carry a vibration. They carry an energy that declares who we are and what we value. What we value. The word etiquette was coined by the gardener, King Louis XIV, and in French it meant keep off the grass. And over the centuries, its intent remained the same, to create mindfulness-based interactions with other individuals and with one's world. Manners are simply a system of respect. So I ask you, are you willing to mind your spiritual manners?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So first up is gratitude, the birth. Simple and true. It's the birthplace of spirit awakening in you. Say thank you to life, to the air, and to the tree, and you'll find that the world starts to thank you with glee. So in the Bible, Proverbs 17, it says, "A merry heart doeth like good medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So as we're minding our manners here on our life on earth, can we give thanks for the gift of this thing called life? Can we give thanks for our mind-body-spirit connection that science is catching up to and what the ancient mystics have known all along? Can we be grateful for our life and be a gracious guest? Think about it. Are you grateful for your body instrument?
Yes.
Do you thank it? Do you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and go, oh my gosh, what happened? I know you don't. So what do you take for granted in your life that you can say a big thank you to right now? Just consider it. What do you take for granted in your life? Jesus' method of approach during his entire ministry was to give thanks first and then command the law to work. Hear that. He gave thanks first. He exercised an authority which seemed to be the result of his communion with Spirit. The founder of the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, said, "Praise and thanksgiving lighten the consciousness to a point of acceptance. They are attitudes of recognition. They are affirmations of the divine presence, the divine abundance, and the divine givingness. With praise and thanksgiving, we bless the spiritual reality back of all things." I invite you to cross your hands over like you're giving yourself a hug, and just stroke from your shoulders to your elbows slowly for a couple moments. And as you do that, just take a deep cleansing breath and silently just say, "Thank you, body. Thank all my cells, the bones, muscles, the organs, the glands. Thank you, body. You're doing great. I appreciate you." And let that create an internal smile to all your organs. Smile is start my internal love engine. And then lightly tap the top of your head and say, "Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong." Say it with me. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. And relax. Notice your body probably wants to sigh. That's a good thing. So on the back of your little paper, I want you to write 3 things that you're grateful for in your life right now. This is just for you. I'm grateful for. Can you get one for him? Could you get Gary a pink paper? Yeah, let's think. put that aside. Next comes enthusiasm, the fuel. Next comes enthusiasm, fiery and bright. It fuels your good actions. It powers your light. When your soul shouts yes and your heart starts to sing, you dance with the cosmos. What joy it can bring. So I go to the back of the textbook. Ernest Holmes actually has, in the glossary, a great definition of enthusiasm. He says, an exaltation of soul, a lively manifestation of zeal. Ooh, we don't hear about that. We don't hear that word so much, zeal. Enthusiasm is compelling and sweeps everything before it. The root word from which we get enthusiasm actually means inspired. And one truly filled with enthusiasm is like one inspired, as if filled with the divine power, which one actually is. We become enthused in the consciousness that we are God-sustained and filled with God power. Such consciousness makes our enthusiasm irresistible. Yeah. Enthusiasm helps us to choose to go with the flow of life, even when we're in a challenge, even when we're not feeling so great. We can choose to use that as an opportunity and have faith that each circumstance in our life is intended to accelerate our evolution. It might be just reminding us to, you need to let go of that resentment now. It's time. So each seeming obstacle, I believe, is calling us back to reclaim our power. Just like the song, power's being restored. Every time we come back, power's restored. Wow. We should write a song together. So in this very moment, no matter what's going on in your life, can you be enthusiastic about the infinite possibilities that lie before you?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And enthusiasm is not something we have to create. It's an organic quality of our consciousness. We just have to invite it forth. We have to let it fuel our endeavors and our interactions with others. I mean, think about this. What if we enthusiastically approached our spiritual practices every day? And we didn't do it because Reverend Suzanne said, I have to meditate for 10 minutes, and darn it. No. See your spiritual practices as nourishment for your soul. Just as we need nourishment for our bodies, we need to pay attention. You know, we're so picky about the foods we eat. Why aren't we pickier about the thoughts we think? You know? So when you bring the fun, it makes it fun for everyone. You remember Saturday Night Live, Debbie Downer?
Oh, yes.
Oh, what a funny character that was.
Yeah.
You know, somebody be something, she'd go, yeah, but this, blah, 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 blah. And everybody kind of sink in. I mean, yes, there are things that are upsetting. I understand that. I'm not saying to hide your head in the sand. And we also have a choice to open up to a possibility of something in a different direction. Because when you're enthused, you're going to help others. It's like I talked a few weeks ago about the map of consciousness with David Hawkins. That our energy, our vibe affects groups of people. So how we show up matters. How we show up in the grocery store. How we show up at a restaurant. How we show up driving. Ernest Holmes. The mind that created and sustained the universe must have as its essential nature vitality and activity. We are each expressions of the creative mind, and our inheritance is the capacity to express life with a punch, a zest, and a joy. There's Ernest Holmes again. To do this, we must be aware of our inner divine potential, and through cooperation with it, let it act through us. Let it act through us. I love that. So, I invite you to stand if you're able for a moment. And we're going to embody enthusiasm. We're going to march in place, just move our arms, and repeat after me. I'm awake and ready.
I'm awake and ready. I'm awake and ready. I'm awake and ready.
I'm awake and ready.
I'm awake and ready. I'm awake and ready. I'm awake and ready.
Tap your thymus and laugh. Have a seat. So that broke some negativity. And you know what's funny is I've taught laughter yoga here before, and our brain doesn't know the difference if we're faking a laugh or if it's true. And laughter has a big effect on our nervous system, our psyche, a lot of things. So when we can even pretend to laugh, it's very, very powerful. Take a breath. The backbone of spiritual matters is integrity. Dr. Seuss. Then comes integrity, straight as a spine. It's the backbone that keeps your soul fully aligned. No bending, pretending, or masks to maintain, just truth in your walk through sunshine and rain.
Oh boy.
So nobody has to tell us what integrity is, right?
No. Right.
Because it's inherent within us. It speaks through our innate wisdom, and it leads us to the heart of what we stand for. What do you stand for? So consider, what are the values and ethics that guide your truest actions in the world? I'd like you to write that on the back of your paper as well. What are 3 values or ethics that guide your truest actions in the world? And again, this is just for you to reflect. What are some values? I mean, even the ideas of spiritual matters, there's plenty of values right there. There's plenty more. I didn't bring my list. There's like 30 values. You can get it off the internet. There are a lot of them. And then in practitioner study, we had to write down, I remember, I think it was our top 10 values. And then top 5, top 3. And just keep narrowing it down. It's like, well, but I want all of them. I want all of them. And then you just keep narrowing it, and it becomes 1 or 2 values that you really stand for. So integrity reveals your character, doesn't it? And your essential nature. Integrity is living by universal spiritual principles. And it doesn't mean we never fail or fall short of our intentions. But we have the spiritual backbone to catch ourselves, to course correct when we need to get back on track. Haven't you noticed since you've been doing spiritual study how quickly you can catch that your thoughts aren't in integrity? Don't you notice? Or maybe your actions. Like, wow, where'd that come from? So we can feel it, I believe, viscerally when we're out of integrity. The good news is we can always come back. We can forgive ourselves. We remember our divine nature never deserts us. Like the prodigal son in the Bible story, we may wander into far countries of despair, but the divinity within us is always gently urging us back to the center of our true nature. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Even if we've been gone a long time, doesn't matter. The great Howard Thurman said, "Keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. Let me stand in integrity every day." Have you heard of Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks and Esther Hicks, right? They said, "We would like you to reach the place where you're not willing to listen to people criticize one another. Where you take no satisfaction from somebody being wrong. Where it matters to you so much that you feel good that you are only willing to think positive things about people. You're only willing to look for positive aspects. You are only willing to look for solutions. And you're not willing to beat the drum of all the problems of the world." Amen. Take a breath. So just reflect for a moment. Are there any places in your life where you are out of integrity or out of character? Just notice, is there something you do, you say, that might be a little bit off character for you? And are you willing to give your best anyway? We mind our spiritual manners by walking our talk, honoring our commitments, and being true to our word. So place a hand over your heart and repeat after me. I am willing to live in integrity and know that my life is blessed.
I am willing to live in integrity and know that my life is blessed.
Yes.
Seems like Ernest Holmes had a saying that he said, "We need more spiritual backbone and less spiritual wishbone."
Oh, we need more spiritual backbone and less wishbone. All right, moving on to number 4, the heart of spiritual manners is respect. Respect is the fourth, and it beats like a heart. It sees God in others and sets love apart. When you honor each being with reverent care, you build sacred bridges just hanging in air. Respect is one of the highest expressions of love. And the art of respecting begins with self-respect, self-love, because that will generate respect and love for others. You know, there's a Namaste greeting, right? When you say Namaste to someone, I honor the peace of the universe that resides in you, or the light in me honors the light in you. So I invite you to just, with your eyes, look around and silently bless and respect each person. Just try to get to everybody. We have enough. You can just silently bless, connect eye to eye with each person. And bless them. You might notice a smile. And then silently bring your palms together. Just silently bow to each person. Just, again, acknowledge their presence. They're here. People online, we acknowledge you. Bless you. Notice how that opens your heart. Ernest Holmes said, when we let the love that is within us go out to the divine presence that is in all people and all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and with all our mind, because we're recognizing that the spirit within is the same spirit that we meet in others. It's not always someone if we don't like them, or they irritate us, or we think they're doing wrong. But there's a part of you that can do that. That's why we call forth that part of me that knows, that can do it. I do that all the time, because within, I can't, of my human self, necessarily bless certain people. Maybe you can. So I call forth that part within me that is whole, perfect, complete, and loving to bless that soul. That is how you work around that. When you say, well, there's no way I'm going to bless that person, especially those that are on the news. You know who I'm talking about. Many, I mean not just one, many, and whatever. So we bless them, move them on our way, move on our way. Ernest said, we may not love the outer action of our fellow man, woman, but we can love that fact that God does dwell in them. To all who would irritate me, he says, I say the love of God in me loves the love of God in you. There it is right there. The love of God in me loves the love of God in you. I don't have to agree with your actions. So where in your life do you think you can flex your respect muscles a little bit more? There's some good opportunities right now in our world, aren't there?
Yeah.
So instead of condemning, judging, and shaming, can you just bless them? Bless you, bless you. At the retreat this week, one of the speakers said, the news and social media right now is a call to prayer. That's all it is. It's just a call to prayer. If we're willing to look at it that way. So repeat after me. Respect is at the heart of my motivations.
Respect is at the heart of my motivations.
And I bless them.
And I bless them.
Take a breath. The activity of spiritual manners is generosity, the fifth one. Generosity lives in the daily and small, a smile, a kindness, a note, or a call. It's giving from joy, not duty or dread. It feeds the whole world while keeping you fed. Aha. Thank you, Dr. Seuss. So generosity is a currency of circulation, right? And we know this. As we allow unlimited substance to flow through us, we find we have more to give and share because we've tapped into that bounty, the divine storehouse of bounty. And today we're doing Prosperity Sunday in a few moments, where we're going to share something that showed up that would you feel prosperous this month, and then we have a raffle, so we're going to give things away. It's all part of that. And this has a profound effect on both the giver and the receiver. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, shaken together, and running over. Pressed down. As you give, so shall you receive. So think about, what are you giving out in the world these days? Because you're going to get it back. And generosity and prosperity, as we know, is not just about money. We can express generosity through thoughtfulness, through loving kindness, through our time, through our energy, our skills, our compassion, our service toward the needs of others. I think, for me, generosity softens the hard places in my heart. Where in your life could you be more generous? Think about that. So I'd like you to write that on the back of your paper as well. Where in your life could you be more generous? And remember, generosity is not just about money. With your time, your listening, Ernest Holmes, we lift our cup of acceptance to the divine bounty when we think affirmatively and with gratitude to the giver of all life. Daily, we can practice affirming that our cup is filled and running over, remembering that what we affirm for ourselves, we must affirm for others. So we don't hoard our good. We share. And then the last idea and posture of spiritual manners is creativity, the soul. And last comes creativity, flowing with grace, the soul of expression that time can't erase. It paints your whole life with color and flair, a dance with the spirit that's always right there. Did you know that you're a creative genius?
Yes.
Creativity is the very pulse of our life. Sometimes when people hear the word creativity, they think artistic, like a painter, a musician, a dancer is creative. No, you are creative just by breathing, being alive. You're setting creative energy in motion. And when we open to that innate creativity, we acknowledge the power behind all powers that have been given to us. So you're creating your life, whether you know it or not, either consciously or unconsciously. And we're always a choice, aren't we? Are we awake or asleep? Where others see problems, I believe that here we're willing to see a creative solution. The late, great Wayne Dyer said, in fact, I think he wrote a book called There is a Spiritual Solution to Everything. So when we get stuck on a problem or confusion about something, again, we come back to our sacred center and remember, oh yeah, there's a spiritual solution here somewhere. I may not see it right now, but I know it's there. So I think the greatest artistic achievement is how we live our individual lives, right? So we set energy in motion from the moment we wake up in the morning. How do you prepare your mind when you wake up? Oh. Oh. No, not you, ever, right? Today is a great day. Today, what creative genius will I be today, I say to myself. How can I serve? What exciting things are going to show up for me today? How we set the tone is going to create a path for our day. I love when we're consciously creative, we can practice mindfulness, and even in the most mundane activities, like walking. Zen Buddhist master Thich Nhat Hanh said, if we take steps without anxiety, in peace and joy, then we will cause a flower to bloom on the earth with every step. If we take steps without anxiety, in peace and joy, then we will cause a flower to bloom on the earth with every step. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. And feel that connection to the one power, whatever you call it, through your heart, through your soul. Just allow some kind of connection to happen. Just be willing to let it reveal itself. What does it feel like? What does it feel like? Just to notice. And I want you to imagine in this connection with this one power through your heart, imagine a symbol. What is a symbol that represents that for you? connection with the source, the spirit, the God of your understanding? Is it a circle? Is it a heart? Is it an arrow? Is it just some, whatever it is, what is a symbol that comes to mind? And I want you to draw that symbol on the back of your paper. Just whatever symbol. Again, this is just for you. What's a symbol that represents your connection to the source? So with these 6 postures, your spirit will grow and the world will be brighter, just so you know. From this day forth, let us mind our spiritual manners and apply them creatively with enthusiasm, gratitude, integrity, respect, and generosity. Are you in?
Yes.
Say, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm really,